Thomas Jefferson said, "Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work." Growing up on a small farm in rural Utah has given me a great appreciation to the simple lessons life on a farm has taught me. One of them is understanding the concept I call the cash cow. Hello, my name is James Cunningham. Years ago, my father taught me that if we consume all the milk a cow produces, there won't be any milk for special things like cheese or butter or even ice cream, and there won't be any milk to raise the calves to replace the cow when her milking days are over. In other words, no future. The same is true with your resources, your cash cows. If you consume all the cash, there will be no future. If you don't save some of your cash for special events like emergencies, vacations, kids' education, your future retirement, and your financial security, you will not be able to provide the positive support and the tangible evidence that shows that you care for your family. And you will never be able to retire unless replacement cash cows are grown. You must invest in your future. You must replace the cash cows if you hope to retire and provide lifetime benefits for the people that you love and that you care for. So let's see how you've been doing so far with your cash cows by answering this question. If you save the same amount of money the next 5 years as you did the last 5 years, will you be happy with your results? Well, for most of us, the answer is no. But you do have a cash cow, and for most of us, that cash cow is our business. Now, your business has been generating a lot of money, and for many of us, for decades, it has generated hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars. Let's say that you've been in business for 10 years, and your practice is generating, on average, $500,000 in gross collections. Well, in 10 years, that is a total of $5 million that your cash cow has generated. But the true question of how well you are growing your cash cows is how much of that gross collections did you keep? Well, answering the question of how much you keep also depends on where most people put their cash cow or their income. For most people, they put all their cash cow initially inside of a checking account. Now here's a story of Mr. Smith who is filling his checking account bucket with his monthly allotment. But you see that Dr. Jones is standing right behind him and he's waiting with his checking account bucket. But Jones has something under his arm. He has a plan. Victor Hugo said, "He who every morning plans the transaction of the day and follows out that plan carries a thread that will guide him through the maze of the most busy life. But where no plan is laid, where the disposal of time is surrendered merely to the chance of incidents, chaos will soon reign." And we can see that with millions of Americans who have failed to prepare but now face retirement. And like Smith, most people have no plan. They immediately put all their income in their checking account bucket, but immediately they realize that the bucket has leaks in it when it comes to major purchases like cars and houses. They follow the norms of the industry, which they're getting 30-year loans or 10-year loans or leases on the car. Well, that's really not the smart way to do it. That's actually no planning whatsoever. Most people have millions of dollars, like in our example, funnel through their hands with little to none of that resting in their own financial future. But the problem is, does this sound familiar? And indeed, it's all way too familiar. But the solution is, Jones knew that buckets leak. So his plan called for placing protective hoses over the leaks to save the milk for his family's financial future. Jones also knew that a budget, a plan for managing his spending in his business and in his personal life was of paramount importance. He knew that he could not spend impulsively, and he knew that he could prosper financially. So all the normal purchases that one goes through in their business and in his personal life were made deliberately and with careful long-term consideration. Tax planning was a very important ongoing process with regular meetings with his accountant. In summary, Jones's savings accumulation allowed him to consider other savings and other opportunities. He had the opportunity to expand his business for himself, maybe different investments, different ventures, to buy more insurance, to buy more real estate, maybe perhaps to buy the building that his clinic was in. With the help of Cunningham Financial, Jones was able to structure a plan that took care of all of his immediate needs, but more importantly, prepared him for his long-term future. One of the fundamental components that Jones knew about planning was the Rule of 72. This is the rule that Albert Einstein coined the power of compound interest. The rule says that whatever rate of return you earn on your money, you divide that into 72 and it'll tell you how many years it takes for your money to double. So if you were earning a 6% rate of return on your money, 6 into 72 is 12. That would mean that your money would double every 12 years. If you're earning an 8% rate of return, 8 into 72 means that your money would double every 9 years. The next major element that Jones knew about the planning strategy was to take advantage of the effect of compounding interest. In this example, we say that Jones earns a 9% rate of return. With the rule of 72, 9 into 72 means that the money will double every 8 years. We also assume that Jones is only making $30,000 per year, and he's going to save 6% of his gross income. That would mean that he would save on average $150 per month, or $1,800 per year. In the very first year, we can see that Jones saves $1,800, but the account value has grown to be worth $2,040. That growth difference is the compounding effect, or our money earning money. Now, the next element is if we look at year 5. In year 5, we can see that our total contributions so far have been $9,000, but the value of the account is over $11,500. If we fast forward to 20 years later, Jones has contributed a total of $36,000, but the account value through compounding interest has grown to be worth over $100,000. After 30 years, we have and see an acceleration of the compounding effect where the money skyrockets. We have contributed a total of $54,000, but the value of our account is well over $276,000. The next element that Jones took into consideration is starting as soon as he could. Now, many people get to a point in their lives where they feel maybe they're just too old to start a retirement plan. Well, it's never too late to start a good financial plan. In this example, we actually take two different investors, Investor A and Investor B. Investor A is 25 years old and starts investing $1,800 per year, but can only afford to do so for 10 years. Well, allowing and understanding the rule of 72 and the effect of compounding interest, this would mean when that 25-year-old reaches the age of 65, he would have $431,000. But Investor B starts out a little bit later in life and starts out at the age of 35. But Investor B is going to save for 30 years instead of 10 years. But in this example, he's going to contribute $54,000, but only ends up with $293,000. Now again, it's never too late to start an investment and a savings plan and budget. And if you're feeling like you're starting a little bit late, don't worry. With the help and expertise of a member of Cunningham Financial, we can help you properly budget to make up for lost years. In summary, Jones had a good, solid plan. He was able to plan and budget for his taxes, take care of his personal housing needs, his living expenses, and his other expenses that may arise. But at the same time, he was able to plan for future opportunities. In the good, solid financial planning strategy that Jones followed, he learned that successful people have several common traits. First, they set aside money regularly. They put their money to work for them, and they leave it alone to allow the effect of compounding interest to happen. And fourth, they prepare for death or disability. But without the proper planning steps in place, none of these things could even be possible. In the end, you can be like Smith and cry over spilt milk. Or you can put the proper planning steps in place, follow a strategy, use professional help, and discipline yourself like Jones and end up with a herd of cash cows. Ultimately, the choice is yours. Now, here's some ideas of some cash cows that you either have now or you can develop and grow in the future. First of all is your current income, your savings accounts, your life insurance policies, disability policies, retirement accounts or retirement annuities, opportunities for investment real estate, bonds, stocks, various retirement plans, and deferred compensation plan. And your financial plan should be balanced. You should have a mixture of protection for emergencies, savings accounts like bank accounts, mutual funds, or retirement accounts, and various investment accounts that fit your background and your needs. So now that we understand the elements of a good solid plan and the cash cow, what should you do next? Contact the representative that gave you this DVD presentation or call our office at 480-443-0455. That's 480-443-0455. And when you call, ask for a free financial profile. This will allow Cunningham Financial to build for you a personal and professional business and financial plan that will help you plan and take advantage of your cash cow. Thanks for listening, and hopefully we'll talk to you soon.